Hello.
Today, where are we at, Brandon?
We are on a monorail from the Ticket and Transportation Center heading into the Magic Kingdom so we can eat at Be Our Guest.
That's right. And this is exciting because you have had lunch at Be Our Guest.
Yes.
We have not had dinner together at Be Our Guest.
No, we have not. So looking forward to it very much, and it looks like we're going to get one of the last seatings of the night again.
Yes.
So,
which would be nice.
And we're going to check for those limited edition Magic Bands, hopefully.
Come on,
Come on, WandaVision and Haunted Mansion. We'll see. Probably not, but we are going to see. But yeah, oh, this is gorgeous out again.
Yeah,
we're just leaving the Ticket and Transportation Center, the TTC, heading towards the Magic Kingdom. We'll be passing through Contemporary Resort.
Yeah.
We'll get some footage of that. And
no, we're going the other way. We're going by Polynesian.
Oh, we are going by Polynesian. Sorry, no Contemporary.
Nope.
But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. This is Be Our Guest in Fantasyland, which we have eaten lunch at before.
Yes, we have.
But never eaten dinner there together. Sarah hasn't been there in what, 6 years?
Yeah, like 7 years.
7 years for dinner. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little rocky right now, but
It's the wildest
wilderness. So, but yeah, so we should be in the park in a minute.
Yeah, excited.
All right, so we just got off the monorail. Nice little trip there, and we should be going through the they used to call them turnstiles. No turnstiles anymore, just touch points. So we're being in the Magic Kingdom in just a minute. So we struck out. We looked for the Magic Bands at both the Emporium and Memento Mori.
Yes, because the one was the limited edition Junie and Bert Haunted Mansion band.
And no such luck.
No.
Strike out.
Strike out.
However, we are probably about to go on the Haunted Mansion. Why? Because it is a walk-on.
Yeah.
So we haven't been on it in a while. It is the best attraction in all of Disney World.
We haven't been on it in over a year.
Over a year, and it's my favorite attraction. It's in her top probably 3.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my top 5.
So top 5, not even 3. But now,
I don't know. I can't decide now.
So yeah, let's head on Haunted Mansion.
The second ride we've done in a year.
In a year,
What?
Let's do it. Walk on. All right, so we just rode Haunted Mansion.
Oh, so fun.
It was so fun. It brought back so many memories.
So many memories.
Can't wait to go on all these again when all of this is over.
Yeah.
But it was literally a walk-on. There
It was us and one other party.
Yeah, that was it. That was literally it. It was us, one other party, and no one else in that entire mansion. So
it's so cool.
It was cool.
Little Leota, she's terrifying.
Yeah, little Leota continues to be terrifying. But the park is thinned out a lot, and we are outside the Tangled area right now, as you can see.
The Tangled toilets.
The Tangled toilets. They are some of the best toilets on property.
They really are.
Would you like to see a video of the top 5 toilet locations?
Oh, Lord.
Leave a comment.
Oh,
Probably.
Lord.
I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna go wander for just a little bit and then check in for our dining reservation.
Oh yeah. I guess things we didn't realize until I was looking at the hours. So we made a reservation. We thought it was a closing for Be Our Guest, but it's actually an hour after the park closes. So
yeah, so the park is closed right now, but we're not just hanging out. They allowed reservations up to an hour. 1 hour after park closing. So we're not going to go on any other attractions or anything like that. We're just going to wander, maybe take some photos and some video, and then head in to eat dinner.
Yeah,
so
should be fun. Okay, so we're seated. It might be a little loud in here.
A little loud and dark.
Very dark.
Yeah, it is dark. We apologize, but we're in the
West Wing.
Yep, the West Wing.
Beast room. Yeah, this is really exciting because we have never eaten in this room before. We've obviously been in this room before. We have walked in and taken photos, but we've never eaten in here before. So we have already talked to our server, ordered drinks. We've taken a look at the allergy menu, and then we're going to kind of go from there and see what options we get. But we're looking forward to it.
All right, so we have ordered our meal. We'll explain it more when we get there, but we're waiting for wine right now. We did get wine. I'll let Sarah explain what it is when it does get here. And again, we apologize. It is very, very loud in here.
It is very loud.
It is very loud, and
it's
it's dark. It's very dark, but it's very cool sitting here. But yeah, we're waiting on our wine, and we've ordered. And when our food gets here, we'll explain what we got.
We will. Oh, hey, Braden, the wine expert.
Cheers.
What did you get?
I don't know.
You got one of
Sarah, what is this?
You got one of the wines from here, the Enchanted Rosé.
You like this? Does it smell like cherry a little bit?
Oh boy, you're going wine expert here. It says, hold on.
Cherry?
Strawberry.
Hey.
Oh, cherry. It says cherry in it.
I got it.
Good job. You become a wine expert.
I've become a wine expert. So.
Actually, when we show our Skywalker wine video,
we have not
you'll
done that
show
one
that.
yet.
Yes. So he's trying the rosé. We actually just got a whole shipment of rosé wine, and we really like rosé.
Ooh.
Is it good?
Very. I don't like cherries, but I like it in wine. It tastes very cherry-y.
So very fruity.
Very fruity. Yeah, fruity is a good word too. I'm not an expert, as everyone knows, in describing anything, either drinkable or edible.
You just guessed what they had in the description.
But I did get cherry, so fruity. It is fruity. I think Sarah will like it a lot.
So I got a sparkling wine. I think it's just a generic one. It wasn't one from the fancy.
Oh wait, but before Sarah tries some, she tried some of my rosé.
The rosé is quite nice.
Okay.
It's no Skywalker wines rosé because we just had a whole box of those, but very good, nice and solid. Brandon was correct in the fruitiness.
Yay!
So I've got my little sparkling wine.
good?
Yeah, nothing too fancy, but a nice, solid sparkling wine, nice and bubbly.
All right.
Nice and fresh and crisp. So,
Cool.
yeah,
And,
nice
and we are in a
sparkling.
castle, so we should drink like royalty.
I know. I think this is the first alcoholic drink I've ever had at the Magic Kingdom.
Might be mine
I
too,
think
actually.
so.
We'd have to think about it. Yeah, cool. Alcohol at the Magic Kingdom. Let's do it. Cheers. I am so excited. First of all, let's do the bread. Then I'll explain the soup. This
Yes.
is normal gluten-filled bread. So there's gluten, but this is the normal bread they give here.
Yes, and it's warm. Brandon's
it's warm.
very excited about that. Also, while Brandon's chewing the most adorable hidden Mickey butters that we got.
Okay, the bread is solid. It's good. There's a little salt on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's some salt on it. Very good. All right.
Nice, so solid bread.
What I'm most excited for.
Oh my gosh. So, if you all know, Brandon loves soup, and because of his chicken and turkey allergies,
sorry.
he can't get soup very often, except for on Disney Cruise Line and select places
And why
here.
is that? Because the base,
Yeah, the broth,
the broth is chicken based,
but not here.
but not here. So this is French onion soup, safe for people with a chicken allergy.
Yay. They said that our server thought it was beef. That holy cheese.
Oh, no.
Okay, wow.
All right, hold on, fellas.
Well, that is some cheese.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
Oh, it's hot.
Oh, he's so happy. French onion's one of Brandon's favorites.
French onion soup is one of the best soups. There it is. Listen, can I get another order? I don't know. Probably.
No.
I can't.
No.
Listen, there, everyone, this is it. I'm just pulling it apart.
There is so much cheese.
There is
Also,
so much cheese.
they can make the French onion soup gluten-free as well. So just something to think about if you are gluten-free, dairy-free, not. Oh, we got a storm up in here.
This is, listen,
Brandon's happy.
I have not been able to have soup out in quite some time. Sarah's made me some at home and everything, of course. But this is really, I know it's just French onion soup. This is great. This is so good.
So of course, starting with bread service for me, they had the Bloomfield Farms gluten-free, dairy-free, and allergy-friendly rolls. I did get regular butter, but you can get non-dairy butter too. Nice and heated.
They're heated? Good, okay, good.
Just as good as always when they're heated. They're so good. And then I got a salad, which is gluten-free, dairy-free, and plant-based. I'm not entirely sure. I thought there was going to be like a hazelnut brittle on it, but I guess I'm getting a plain salad. So we'll see how this goes. It's a nice little mixed green salad with a vinaigrette. Nothing super fancy. Again, I thought there were going to be some other things in it, which there are not, but it's okay. Still a nice little appetizer if you are gluten-free, dairy-free, or vegan. Just nice hearty, and also a very big portion. So just a nice option. Again, if you're gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, really refreshing, and I like the fresh fruit in it. So I'm gonna dig it. So Brandon, where your soup at?
Well, the soup is being over there, being waited, just waiting on being taken away because I ate every single bite of that soup.
You did. You finished all your food before I finished
I know,
my food.
and I'm on.
You never do
And I
that.
only got 2 rolls to go.
Oh my gosh, he's going
And
crazy with the bread.
salt, as Sarah said, is actually in the butter. So, really
Brandon
good
is-
bread, solid bread. Soup is delicious, but I haven't had any in a while, so that's why.
All right, we'll let you keep enjoying.
Keep enjoying it. All right, so we're waiting on our entrees now. We have both
Clean Plate Club.
Clean Plate Club And all our bread is gone too. We ate
Holy cow.
we ate all of our bread, which never happens.
First of all, I sometimes do that. Brandon never does that. So, yeah, we definitely have enjoyed our starters.
Yep.
Brandon loved the butter. I liked
did.
the butter too. And now we're just waiting for our main courses
Yep.
and then dessert.
Right, so I did get the filet mignon with mashed potatoes and seasonal vegetables. I'm about to try a bite. I already took a cut of it.
It looks good. I wish the lighting was better in here so you guys could see all the pretty plating. And especially
It's very soft.
Tender?
Very soft. Tender, I guess, is the word. I'm not a food expert. Tender would be good. Let's try some mashed potatoes.
Oh, this is always a true litmus test for Brandon if the potatoes are good. Good?
Steak is better than the potatoes in this case. Unlike last time where we ate. Where did we eat last time?
I'm drawing a blank of where we ate that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Steak is very solid.
And the potatoes are just okay.
Potatoes are good. Potatoes are completely edible, but the steak is the standout.
Okay. Okay, so I got the pork tenderloin with some pork belly and some seasonal vegetables, lots of purees and some nuts in here.
And like Sarah said, I wish the lighting in here is better. Our cameras keep going out of focus. The plating was really nice. Hopefully Sarah can insert some actual still photographs. How is it?
The pork tenderloin's nice. It's a little slightly overcooked, but not bad.
Okay.
But very flavorful. I want to try the pork belly. Lots of people coming on in here.
Yeah, there are lots of people coming in now. This place is getting... What is that, the pork belly? Uh-oh. And there it is.
Super crispy, really flavorful. And I love all the kind of different accompaniments in here. There's some pecans, there's different textures, different flavors, lots of fall inspired stuff. So yeah, I really like it. I think this is a very nice solid dish.
Okay. Ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so we got dessert and some surprises here.
Yeah, very much
so. We each got a trio of desserts. So I got I think it's a lemon macaron with some raspberry jam inside, which of course macarons are naturally gluten-free. I think there's dairy in this. And then I also got a chocolate truffle with hazelnut in it. Brandon, of course, is allergic, so he did not get that. But this is the cool. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious.
Yeah, Sarah was actually excited by this.
Yeah, so I got a gluten-free version of the gray stuff. So this is, I believe Brandon has the regular version, which is darker, and I think it has cookies and cream cookies in it, or like Oreo cookies. But this is just a regular version in a white chocolate cup, so I'm excited to try that. Just check it out, because I've never had that before. And then Brandon will show his. Got 2 truffles that don't have nuts in them at all. I think these are on the kids menu. And then he got the gray stuff with the actual stuff in it. So that's got more the Oreo cookie filling inside. Versus mine, you can tell that his is darker and mine's lighter.
It is. Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to dig into this.
All right, so I'm gonna try
Little truffle.
this.
Little chocolate truffle.
Oh.
And of course, there's the truffle and cream and the gray stuff. What's the word?
Really good.
Chocolatey?
Very chocolatey. Is mousse the right word?
Sure. Is it I don't know what your filling is like. I didn't see. Oh, you're so out of focus. I'm so sorry, everyone.
We're sorry, everyone.
It's gonna be terrible
Our
footage.
debrief will be much lighter than this, so. But really good.
Can you try the gray stuff real quick?
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious. At least I hope it's delicious. It might not be delicious.
It tastes like pudding.
Oh no, you hate pudding. Oh no.
But
That's
it's
your
good.
That's your
I
reaction.
prefer these.
Yeah, you don't like pudding very much.
No, it tastes like pudding. Is this edible?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
sweet chocolate.
Okay, we'll try that in a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so we'll try the macaron.
Oh, you're already trying it. What am I doing?
Uh-huh.
And?
I like the lemon flavor. It's very sweet. I like the raspberry filling. It's definitely a sugar bomb.
Uh-oh.
That's a little on the sweet side for me, but I like the flavors.
Now what are we trying now?
The little truffle, because this one I'm actually very interested in.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's get a
Oh.
look at it.
Now I see what you mean about mousse.
Yeah, right? Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just like a fudge truffle.
Fudge. Fudge was a better word. Good job.
That's nice. There's some fruit in there too. I think that may also have a little bit of fruit in there, but I like the hazelnut on top. And then, now we really have to dig into this. I feel like I'm not going to really love this, but I'm going to do
And
it.
everyone, we are sorry for the blurriness of the video if you're seeing it. Some of it looks really good, some of it does not. Oh, how is it?
Kind of bland. It's not bad. I don't think, maybe I should have tried this first because
Okay.
I've had a lot of flavor in these other two desserts. This one seems a little less punchy in terms of the strong flavor, but I'm excited I got to try the green stuff.
Okay, cool. It's
And-
delicious, maybe.
I don't know.
It's
What
not
the
magically
dishes did
magically
not tell me
delicious.
it would- yeah, I was going to say ask the dishes, but
All right,
it's not bad.
let's finish this up.
I like it.
All right. All right, so we just got done. We're gonna debrief probably back at the TTC
Yeah, I think so.
versus here because everyone's leaving and we're not gonna overstay.
We're already here later.
Pack slows and we're not gonna overstay our welcome. So next time you see us, we'll probably be at the TTC.
Yep.
All right. All right, so the next video we did was going to be in the TTC, but this is
my
crazy.
gosh.
We have not closed out a park in quite some time.
I don't think I've ever been in a park this late after closing.
No, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't usually like to do that, but we legitimately had a restaurant reservation,
Yep.
so it is what it is.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, really quickly, let's
Oh my goodness, this is bonkers. That's crazy.
it's absolutely crazy. I mean, look at that. So yeah, this is crazy, but to the monorail or the ferry we go.
I feel like the ferry. I don't feel like the monorail's
Yeah.
not running right now.
All right, so this might be a first for us. We're probably going to debrief at home.
I think so.
We are getting, we're going to the buses now. The ferries and the monorails are shut down. So to the bus we go to get back to the TTC, and then we're going to head straight to the car. So our debrief will actually be from home. So just something new.
Yeah,
But
this could be a different kind of
different
vlog.
number. So we are looking for number 20 to get on the bus and head back to the Ticket and Transportation
That's
Center
right.
and head on home. Okay, this is truly
Oh my gosh.
the last video until we get home for our debrief.
How many transitional videos can we have?
Yeah, we're not really padding this at all, and if you've made it this far with us, what an odd evening.
We've taken a journey.
We've taken a journey. It's been fun. We were glad to visit Magic Kingdom.
I think we probably won't visit Magic Kingdom again for a while.
Not for a while, no, not till we're more comfortable, but we'll go into that when we get home.
Yeah, but it was cool at the end to see
Yep.
it very, very empty.
Oh yeah, it was very empty. Very cool. It was very cool to see it as empty as it was. Beautiful, actually. Eerie,
Yeah.
kind of eerie,
Uh-huh.
understandably, but take what little things you can when you can.
That's right.
So, but we are heading to the car now. We're actually going under.
And I feel like we should say in this, oh, that's very epic. I feel like this feels like it's like 2 in the morning. It's 9:30 at night.
Yeah, it's only 9:30 right now. We don't want to pretend, and it just turned 9:30. We left the park by like 9:05.
Yeah.
So it is not that late. It feels to us like it's late, like it's like midnight or 11 o'clock. It's not. It's 9:30 right now.
9:30.
So, but to the car we go, and next time you see us, we will be at home.
We're going to do it.
No.
Well, we're back home.
We're back home, and Cactus here is being ornery right now.
No.
He was not ornery in a bad. No. We love him, but
He was getting.
He was
knocking.
knocking over the camera over there.
Hey.
Cactus, say hi to everyone, Cactus.
He's like,
No.
no,
All right.
thank you.
There we go.
No, thank you.
So, like we said in the last little segment we did, we were still at the TTC. If you've made it this far, this is a first for this vlog. We have never eaten out and then debriefed from home.
We haven't? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at our
I don't think we have.
Okay, I believe you.
So, here we are at home.
We're home.
We weren't even gone that long. It felt like a lot longer, but
It did.
we really weren't gone that long at all.
No, I think it's just because you have to. The Magic Kingdom, you have to get to the Magic Kingdom and get back from the parking lot, which
Yeah.
is a much more of a effort than
Any
another
other,
park.
any of the other parks. So, all right, Sarah, what all did we do today?
Well, we went to the Magic Kingdom.
We did.
We went on the Haunted Mansion.
Awesome. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Very unexpected. And then we had, of course, dinner at Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest, yes. And we had eaten there once together before, and that was for lunch.
Yes.
Totally different, right? If
Yes.
I remember correctly, you can actually
Yeah.
order off a regular menu. This is the dinner is you pay the one price and you get 3 courses.
Yeah, and so the lunch we had was when it was the a la carte lunch and more of like the fast casual quick service, but you had food brought to you. And then dinner used to be a la carte, and then
Okay.
they had, which I've been to a couple times,
Okay,
and
I have
then
not.
they've changed it to this fixed price
Okay.
meal where you get appetizer, entree, dessert, and non-alcoholic beverage.
So to just cut to the chase really quick, was this dinner better than the last few times you've gone?
Yes, well, so lunch I think overall
Yeah.
we like a lot for the options and
Yeah.
then the price point.
Yeah.
When it was the quick service a la
Yep.
carte, right now I think
True.
it's still it's all the same thing for lunch and dinner.
Okay.
But I think overall this was vastly improved from the previous times
Good.
I've been, where it was just okay. I thought the food quality was much better,
Good.
and the special diet options were better this time
Yeah.
than my previous visits.
Okay, cool. So there are 3 rooms
Yes.
at Be Our Guest. We have now eaten 2 of them.
Yes, and this video I feel terrible because
We feel really bad
it's the coolest room to dine in,
Yeah.
and the absolute worst to
to
film,
film
any
that.
video.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes stuff. We are not filming on super duper $2,000 cameras with super night vision on them. We are sorry. Maybe one day, but not right now.
We didn't bring your nice Nikon.
And we didn't bring my better camera and everything like that. but we dined in an awesome room. It was the Beast Room, or
the West Wing.
The West Wing, very, very cool. Dark, gloomy. There's a portrait of the prince. I forget his name. The prince on the wall. When the lightning goes off, he changes into the beast. The little flowers there and everything. I don't know the Beauty and the Beast story all that well, so I apologize for any. The cartoon, I've seen a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen the cartoon a few times.
Okay.
So I'm just not an expert. Now, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I'm an expert in that one.
Don't get him started. He'll
So,
start singing the songs.
I will. But anyway, so great room, horrible to film in.
Oh, everything's out of
So
focus.
we
I'm sorry.
apologize. We're pretty sure by the time you get to this portion of the video, Sarah will probably have included still photos, because the still photos turned out a lot better than the than the video footage.
Yes,
so,
the iPhone 11 Pro works better for photos than it does for video in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark. So but yeah, so we apologize for any of that. But yeah, so when we sat down, the server came up and took our allergies.
Yes. Yeah. No big issues. We did not have a chef come out and talk to us, although we saw a chef at multiple times throughout different tables, but we felt comfortable with the items that we ordered, getting those without talking to a chef, and it seemed to go pretty well in terms of what we were able to get. And then also, even when we got like our dessert, he did a good job of explaining.
Yeah, he did a really good job of explaining
why
the
things
dessert
look
we'll get
different
to.
and everything. So he definitely was taking that really seriously.
Yeah. So the first part of the meal was the there's probably a quick cut here, and now Cactus is here.
Yes, he's helping us.
Oh, and this might be left in, but Cactus likes to groom.
He likes to groom everyone.
Yeah, he likes to groom.
He is very friendly.
He's grooming.
So he likes to give everyone baths.
But yeah, so the first part, Sarah had a salad.
Okay, so I got a salad, and that was kind of a generic salad. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real. Sarah did say
it was good, but nothing exciting.
Good, and when we say good, we mean middle of the road, just good. I don't want to speak for her, but from listening to her while we were eating.
Yeah, it was just pretty plain. There wasn't anything too fancy to it, and some of the things that there's supposed to be like a hazelnut brittle on it, and there was nary a hazelnut brittle on my salad. So
that's too bad.
That was a little too bad, but it was fine. If you are gluten-free, dairy-free, that's probably going to be the best option for you. Yeah, not terrible. It's just a normal salad. Next time if we went, I would probably get one of the other fancier gluten-free options, like the French onion soup they can make gluten-free. They have a lobster bisque that they can make gluten-free. So I would have probably gotten those, but the salad was fine.
All right.
And what did you get?
I had the French onion soup, which was delicious. Simply, it reminded me of, I think we've said this in a few videos, and I wish we had a cruise video to put out or something like that, but the French onion soup on the cruise is amazing. So having this French onion soup, it reminded me of cruising. I know that sounds weird.
We miss cruising.
We miss it so much, and we know a lot of people do. Again, we cannot wait for it to open up again and for us to safely go one day.
Oh my gosh.
So it will be great.
We both might cry.
We both might cry getting on board. But anyway, that's a whole other video. We can talk about that another time. This French onion soup was extremely solid, very, very cheesy. Cheesy. It was great. Great French onion soup. Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah, so solid. The bread service was decent.
Yeah.
We both really, so hey, first of all, if you watch any of our videos, you know that Brandon is not usually a great big fan of the bread services.
Usually not, no.
But I think it was less the bread and more that it was heated and you loved the butter.
Yeah, the bread was heated and the butter, which Sarah pointed out, I think I said in the video, oh, there's salt on the bread. The salt was actually in the butter, so my fault.
Yeah.
But putting that butter on the bread made the bread that was warm, coupled with this awesome butter with the salt in it.
Yeah.
Really good. I ate every single piece of bread, but so did Sarah. But we had different bread, of course.
We did. Yeah, the bread was great. For our entrees, I think we were both really pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
I'm spoiled because we go to the Wave. Well, not this last year, but in normal
we
times.
Used to go to the Wave quite a bit.
Yeah. And their seasonal pork is always my favorite. I absolutely love every version that they've had of their seasonal pork, so I'm really spoiled on that. So I got the pork tenderloin here, and it came with pork belly and some root vegetables and a few pickled things. I was surprised by some pickled beets up in that dish, but I was actually pleasantly surprised by how solid it was and how nice the plating was.
Plating was very good. Some still photos might show that better. The video, again, we're sorry. We're going to apologize for video a little too much probably. But plating was really good. And But yeah, so you really liked it.
I liked it. It was good.
Sarah said it best. I'm gonna talk about mine here now, but better than expected.
Yeah.
I had the filet with mashed potatoes and seasonal vegetables. I did not have a single seasonal vegetable. Never. Do not eat seasonal vegetables.
Green beans are delicious.
No, I guess so. Maybe. Not really. But mashed potatoes were solid. They were not bad at all. But the filet was vastly better than I thought it was going to be, especially as I started eating more and more of it and everything. Extremely, what's the word you said?
Maybe tender?
Tender. I said the word soft, but I'm not a food critic.
Very tender. Neither food critics. Our Cactus has joined us again.
All right, so yeah, we just probably do a cut right there. Cactus is an amazing cat. We are not trying to be crazy cat people, but he's our little Pip. And he always runs around and gets into trouble, but he's a good cat.
He really likes to be with people.
Yeah, so,
right.
But my filet was really tender. Not a single, as there should be, it's not a single ounce of fat. The cut was delicious. I ate every single bite of it. The knife went through it, speaking about butter, almost literally like butter. Like I barely had to do any kind of cutting to get into it. Very good. I was, given where we were at and the high turnover rate in this type of restaurant and the people coming and going and how kind of quick it is, I was shocked by how good the steak was.
Yeah, for a high volume, like really popular place, I think we were both surprised by the quality of that.
Yeah.
And then our dessert, I'm going to be honest, I was anticipating Enjoy Life cookies or something very plain because even though some of the things on the allergy-friendly menu said they were safe for gluten-free, I did not think Brandon was going to get much of a choice of anything because of nuts. But I think we were both surprised.
So, yeah, we didn't know what we were going to get for dessert, but they did a good job, right?
Yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised by the desserts that we got. Yeah. I, again, thought we would get something kind of generic allergy-friendly. I got a lemon, like raspberry macaron, which is kind of on the sweet side. I'm not sure I would love that all the time, but it was great to try something different. And then I had a chocolate hazelnut truffle, which was like so good and rich. I could have eaten like 3 of those instead of the 3 of the things I got.
Yeah, right. And the gray stuff you got.
Yes, which, again, another thing, I did not think that they would do gluten-free, but they can make a plain version without the Oreo cookies inside there. So that was cool. I got to try that and it was okay.
Okay. And I had, Sarah, what did I have?
You had 2 truffles.
2, not 1.
You got 2.
And Sarah's right.
They did not have nuts in them.
No nuts. Delicious. Very rich.
Yeah.
And thick. Very good. Yeah, I ate my 2 easily. I could have had 3. In fact, I had the real gray stuff, right?
Yes, you had the regular version.
Not bad. I wish it would have been ice cream. It looked like I don't know. To me, it looked like it should have been ice cream. But I don't know. It was gray stuff.
The mousse was just okay.
I wish I would have had a 3rd
little truffle.
But the gray stuff is okay. I ate it. Nothing to write home about.
It's fun to try.
It was fun to try. The dessert, from my point of view, was the least of the meal.
Yeah, I think that's tough. I think my salad was the least of my meal. Yeah. I like the dessert better, which is unusual for me. But, usually I like appetizers.
Other than that, good experience. I'm glad we went. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's something that you're interested in, I would say in terms of price point and value, obviously it's a little bit more expensive. So it's not the cheapest thing in the world. If you're looking to get like the best bang for your buck, I suppose getting a fillet and an appetizer and a dessert. So price point wise, I think that's fine. I mean, it is a little expensive for what all you're getting, but overall, I would say if it's something that you would really like to do, it's not. The food quality was surprising to me.
Yeah, Sarah did mention that a few times. The food quality was surprisingly good.
Yeah, because the last time I went, the food was not great. Yeah. So I think if you have kiddos, or if your family really wants to go here, this could be, I think, a fun option. We definitely saw lots of kiddos when we were there. Very similar to our Rainforest Cafe experience. So it's definitely a very family-friendly place. So I think that could be a good option. Yeah. For us, I'm glad that we went. I'm not sure it would be something that's regular on our rotation, But again, pleasantly surprised by the food,
Yep.
and I think they've stepped up their game a little bit on the special diet
Yeah.
options.
So
What'd you think?
I enjoyed the food a lot. My recent favorite was Whispering Canyon.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
say it again. We'll link to that video. Whispering Canyon was surprisingly good. But for the price, Sarah's right. For everything you do get for the $60 to $65, whatever it is. I think it sounds like a lot of money, but you do get quite a bit for it. You really do. The soup was good. I had the filet was really good, and she's right. The filet I had probably would have been $35 to $40 at another Disney location anyway. So
Most fillets you
yeah.
get are like $40 to $50.
Yeah, so good. The theming there is great. We sat in the best room for the theming, I think.
Yeah, again, terrible for filming.
Terrible for filming, absolutely awful for filming. But yeah, very solid. I agree too with Sarah. We probably won't be back anytime soon. But that leads us to the next thing about crowds and social distancing,
Right.
and mask usage. Which again, I say this every video, but I'm going to say it again. Until this pandemic is over, all our videos where we go out at least, we are going to cover our own personal thoughts on how it was and everything. And again, but yeah, so your mileage may completely vary. But heck, we've disagreed with each other here. A few things here and there with comfort levels and everything like that. But when we first got to the Magic Kingdom, awful.
Ooh, Nelly.
It was the worst crowds I have seen at Disney since they reopened.
But then I also realized that when we looked at the time, we were like, oh, we're literally walking in 15 minutes before
they closed. And when I say awful, while it was awful, she is dead on. So I do want to also say, everyone we didn't run into anyone, but everyone we were around, about 95% of them were actually leaving the park.
Yes.
So, you know what, it was Main Street, pretty much.
Yeah,
Main
and so
Street.
it's just a timing thing.
Yep.
You know, sometimes things are busy. We just haven't, because we don't go to the parks very much, we have not seen that many high crowds.
Not over a year.
Yeah, so that was a little jarring for us. Once we got out of the hub area and over to Liberty Square, it was virtually dead.
It was virtually dead. That's why we walked on to the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, it was dead. So it was just the initial going into Magic Kingdom, which took us aback a little bit. Again, that's strictly speaking for our comfort levels.
Yeah.
Other people, again, they may have one of two ways. They could have had no issues at all, or maybe you get up and leave. I don't know, but we wanted to get out of that area as quick as possible, and we did. But Sarah's right. Once we got out of the area, crowds were like poof.
And then
vanished.
Of course, the park closed at 7, and so our dinner was not until 7:40, and so we did wait around quite a bit. And of course, because it's closed, they don't want you wandering the park. So we really were in kind of the Fantasyland area waiting for our meal. Once we got into the restaurant, at first I was like, oh, we might not want to do this.
It looked, when we first got, Sarah did say we could cancel if that's what we wanted to do. It looked jammed inside, and I think I can speak for both of us. In our opinion, the main dining room, the ballroom area, social distancing was not as good as we thought it was going to be great. Before we got there, because we'd eaten there before for lunch, we truly assumed it was built for social distancing. So ample room. It's such a big place. And the main ballroom area, in our opinion, they could have done better.
Yeah, there was just a lot of big tables. And once we got in, we were, again, seated in a room where we felt more comfortable.
We were happy.
I think the only sort of big challenges in our room was that there were a lot of guests, of course, finishing their meal who wanted to see some of the great theming in that room. So there was a lot of back and forth there, which was very similar to our Trattoria Al Forno experience, where there's a little bit more traffic. But the restaurants, I would say, in 15 minutes? Again, this sort of 15-minute thing, things tend to clear once things are closed. So by the time we left the restaurant, it was pretty empty.
You'll probably see it in some of the footage. We actually had a great seat, even if it may not look like it at times. Sarah's right. The biggest issue is that when people are done eating there, you do want to explore the restaurant a little bit. Again, rightfully so, by the way. I can't blame them at all. If I could change anything, I might station a cast member at the entrance to each section and let one family in at once or something like that, because again, the theming in there is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
You want, if you ate there tomorrow, you'd want to go in there to every room and check it out and everything like that.
Yeah.
We did when we first went.
Yeah.
But with what's going on right now, it could get very crowded, and the tables were in the room we ate were very well spaced.
Yeah, they were really well spaced.
But then there's a table right kind of to the left of where the rose is at and everything.
Yeah.
And tons of families were just going up there to get photos and everything. Again, understandably, I would too. We did. But if we were seated at that table, it might be a little uncomfortable and everything like that.
Yeah, so just some things to keep in
Consider,
mind.
yeah.
To consider.
Yep.
Again, as Brandon said, your mileage may vary, your comfort level may vary.
Yeah.
So it's whatever works best for you.
Yeah, you might be completely comfortable with all that.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I think we still overall like to go either pretty much towards the closing or opening of a restaurant. That seems to be the best for us personally. And I think that's something that we'll continue to do.
Yeah, but overall, good dinner.
Yeah. Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good,
I think
yeah.
something that surprised us. Again, price point wise, not something that would be in our regular rotation, but glad that we were able to check it out. Got to enjoy a decent meal.
Yeah.
And then got to go out a little bit in the park and see how things are going right now in someplace besides family.
Yeah, we were not trying to close the park down because, again, our dinner was after park closed, but walking out was very cool to see no crowds. And again, that was strictly because the park was closing or had closed 2 hours before, an hour and a half before that or something like that. So we don't do that often. Before a park closes, again, before this whole thing started, we would leave before the park closes because we know the cast members want to go home and everything like that.
Yeah,
right?
we want to
and
be
start cleaning up and everything. But yeah, this was amazing to see, and knowing we probably won't get to see it again for a while like that. So very cool. I think the best park we've been back to though since this whole thing started, Animal Kingdom.
I think so.
Animal Kingdom overall.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Well, nothing's perfect, but Animal Kingdom by far.
Yeah, I think so.
Overall, yep. So
I think so.
any
So I
last minute
guess
stuff?
no. I guess wrapping up. Maybe if you have been to be our guest,
Yeah.
share your experiences
Yeah,
with
please.
us. We'd love to hear that. What are your thoughts? If you have been to Disney recently, we'd love to hear your thoughts about sort of your experiences, what the crowds and stuff were for you. Because we can definitely see that there's an increase in people and crowds right now.
We'd like to. What are your comfort levels and everything like
Yeah.
that? But yeah, just and have you been there? Like Sarah said, have you been there for lunch, dinner, for both? What would you prefer and everything like that?
Yeah.
So, but with that, that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tired and I'm full.
Yeah. So thank you to all the patrons on Patreon. Thank you to everyone that subscribes, likes, thumbs up, hit that bell. Bing. And please do leave a comment just for everyone just watching this. Thank you. Hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it or some information out of it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And we're glad we could share it with you.
Yeah, and again, maybe not the best quality in terms of filming in the
Sorry.
restaurant, but thanks for hanging in there with us.
Someday we'll have our $50,000
That's why we did a little
super
bit
8K camera. Not
Whoa.
really. Not really.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But thanks for hanging in there with our video and sort of a lengthy debrief, but we did want to be a bit more thorough since the video in the restaurant was a little
dark.
A little dark.
A little dark and blurry and in and out of focus.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we really do truly hope everyone's doing well who's watching this. But yeah, that's about it. We look forward to, we don't know what our next video is going to be, but we will surprise us and you.
That's right.
All right. So with that, I guess that's it, right?
Yep,
So
that's it.
yeah, we hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
That's right. See you soon.
Bye.